How's it going, guys? So I got a new car. So this is my new 2001 MR2 Spyder. So I just picked this up, new daily driver. Um, I'm replacing the RX-8 mainly because, just it's more reliable and gets much better gas mileage. Also, these cars have been appreciating in value lately, and RX-8s are depreciating, so I just wanted to get a better investment, I guess. And I've always wanted an MR2, so here it is. It's all stock. It needs a little bit of work. The top has a couple of rips in it, but you can get one of those online for fairly cheap, like 350 bucks with the back window and everything. It doesn't have a muffler on it at the moment. It came with a muffler, but it's missing the cat, so I got to get a new cat for it. And I just got this less than a week ago, but I've already got some plans for it. So one thing I want to do is I want to replace this bumper. It's just a little bit messed up and it doesn't look that cool, so I want to get an aftermarket front bumper for it. I would also like to get some TRD side skirts and rear lip, and that would really change the look of this car. The paint is a little faded. It's a little faded on the hood. It's got a lot of rock chips on the hood. Not too terrible bad, but a little faded. It's a little faded up here too. And so I've been watching a lot of videos online, and I think I want to try vinyl wrapping it. So I've never wrapped a car before, but it looks pretty easy. And yeah, I think that'd be a nice fun little hobby to start wrapping cars. So once the weather gets nice, I want to wrap this thing. So here in a few months. It's got a lot of miles on it. I've also been looking into motor swaps, and they make a lot of kits to do K-series swaps, which is really cool. I could also do a 2ZZ swap, which, that would be very cool too, because I really like Toyota Yamaha collaborations, which I've got in my A86. I've got a 20 valve, which is a Toyota Yamaha collaboration. But I don't know, K-series would be really cool too. Those are really good motors. Anyway, one thing I did to this the other day, right before the cold weather came in, is I refinished the valve cover. So I'd like to show you that. It turned out okay. So I guess, let's check out the interior. So the seat's a little worn, so it'd be nice to get some new seats, maybe just some covers. It doesn't have a shift boot, but I ordered one. So let's check out the valve cover. So this is an MR2, so the engine is in the back, and I always thought that MR2 meant mid-engine rear-wheel drive because, it's a mid-engine rear-wheel drive car. But it turns out it actually means midship runabout, which is interesting. But anyway, see, here's the valve cover. I did a wrinkle red on it. There's some more cleaning up I want to do. I want to clean up these wires. And I want to clean up this exhaust manifold. So you can see there's nothing bolted to the exhaust manifold. There's supposed to be a big muffler back here. And like I said, I have the muffler, it's inside, but there's no catalytic converter, which connects the manifold to the muffler. It does have these precats, which they are hollowed out. That's a common problem with these, is the precats get messed up and they suck back up into the motor and destroy the motor. So that's good that those are hollowed out already. let's see. So that's pretty much it. I'll probably take this thing off, this exhaust manifold, and clean it up and maybe spray it with some black exhaust paint or something just to make it look a little bit better. I don't want to go too crazy with this. It's, you know, the 1ZZ motor, so it's not very powerful. It's also got a bunch of miles on it, so I don't know. It'll probably last a little while. I mean, it's a Toyota, but you know, I'm not going to try to soup it up or anything. If I'm just going to wait for the motor to blow up and, you know, do a motor swap. Probably a K series, maybe a 2ZZ if I find a good deal on one or something, but I don't know, I'm really leaning towards a K series. As you can see, these things are really easy to work on. And you can buy mounts for them, you can buy the wiring harness. So they're really, really easy to K swap. And K series engines are pretty cheap. I would spend a lot more money on like the mounts and harness and stuff than I would on the motor actually. But yeah, I'd really love to wrap this thing maybe in the spring. I'll probably go with like a white, you know, and I'd really like to get a front bumper and side skirts and rear lip for it first. But I'm probably going to leave it alone through the winter. So I probably won't do much to it for a couple of months anyway. But I just wanted to show you guys my new car. And I wanted to do a video because I do have plans for it. And I'd like to have, you know, just a before. You can see the headlights are a little foggy. I'll probably just restore these. I'll get some new headlights eventually, but they make nice restoration kits where you can wet sand them and make them look a lot better. But those are some big headlights, huh? But you know, so far I really like it. It's really fun to drive. It's kind of loud at the moment because there's no muffler, but it really is really responsive with the steering, and it's actually pretty quick. I mean, these don't have a lot of horsepower, but they're actually very light cars, which there aren't very many light cars nowadays. But man, look at this thing. It looks like a little looks like a little miniature, well, I guess not miniature, but it's a little Japanese Porsche, basically. Looks like a little Porsche. But these things get, you know, great gas mileage. They're basically a Corolla with the engine in the back. So, yeah, new daily. So, that's it. Thanks, guys.